Hey, I'm Brian with ECI Comfort. We're here doing an AC tune-up today. We're going to run through a series of checks and tests to make sure everything is running efficiently. We're up here in the attic. We're going to be checking out this air handler. So first things we're going to do is we're going to check the AC evaporator coil. We're going to check the condensate drain line to make sure there's no clogs or backups. We're going to check all the electrical components and then check the safeties to make sure everything is working properly. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take the screws out, covering up the evaporator coil, which is actually on this side. All right, so now that we have the doors off, we're going to use the Prowler leak detector here. We are going to check for any refrigerant leaks. So we're going to go up and down each of the bends. We're going to check all the capillary tubes here, and then we're also going to check along the fins of the copper lines going back and forth. Now that we are finished with the refrigerant check, everything checks out, we're going to go ahead and test the drain pan to make sure it's not cracked or leaking, and then also clear out the condensate drain line to make sure there's no clogs or backups. Now that we've cleared out the drain, we're going to check the electrical components here. So first we're going to check the fan motor to make sure it's amping well, not over amping, not working too hard. So we're gonna put this right here on the fan, 0.65 amps. All right, so after checking the fan motor amps, we're gonna go ahead and put the doors back on. Now that the doors are back on, we are going to drill our test holes to check temperature split between the supply and return, and then we're also checking our airflow and our static. Here are my temperature probes. We're going to send this in here. So these are Bluetooth right here, these temperature probes, and I can get my readings right here off of my phone. This will be my supply temperature, my return temperature. It's just starting to get going. Typically on a air handler, you want to see between, we'll say 20 degrees, plus or minus 3 degrees. Right there, that's perfect, that's what we want to see, especially for an air handler. So we'll pause that right there. Now we'll take these out. We'll go ahead and grab my manometers. We will check the airflow across this whole system itself. Make sure we don't have a dirty coil and proper airflow in AC mode. So in our return, we have 0.1. In our supply, we have 0.03. In total, our total static is 0.14, which is really good. And then once we're finished testing with our ports, little made ports here, we'll put a piece of tape over them. This way we're not pulling any attic air and we're not trying to cool the attic down. Now that we're finished up here in the attic, we close up the air handler, everything checks out. We're gonna take ourselves down to the outdoor unit and check everything out there. All right, so the last thing we'll do, replace the old filter with a new filter. So right here, we're at the outdoor condenser. We're going to check refrigerant pressures. We're going to check the capacitor, the contactor, make sure everything's working all right, and make sure the pressures are good for today's temperature. So first we're going to pull the disconnect, shut the unit down, and we're going to go ahead, open up the door here. So first things first, we're going to take our screwdriver. We're going to make sure the capacitor is not holding any kind of charge. Rubber screwdriver along the contactors here. Unplug it. Take our meter here, and we're going to go from common to Herm, and then we're going to go from common to fan. While we're here, we're going to use our megometer here. Check the windings of the compressor. So we're going to stick one to ground, nice bare piece of metal. Stick one of these onto the compressor windings. We'll hold it down for 7 seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 400. That's good. And then we'll go ahead and check all 3 of them. 400. And we'll check the last one here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 400. Good. Compressor looks good. We'll go ahead and hook everything back up. The last thing we're going to do here, we're going to hook our gauges up, get a little reading of what our pressures are looking like. Some people have these safety caps on their system, just prevent people from releasing any refrigerant. So we'll take these caps off. So here we got our suction line, liquid line. We'll put the disconnect back in, let this thing start running. So here's our pressures going on right now inside the system. 120 psi on the low side, 226 on the high. Numbers could be a little off because it is only, it's 62 degrees outside, it's not too hot. There's no heat load on the house. But we did have a 20-degree splits, which was, that tells me right there that it is running pretty efficiently. Now that we're all wrapped up here, we've gone through everything. Everything checks out okay. We gave the homeowner the okay that he's good for the season. Thanks for watching our video. If you'd like to schedule your tune-up today, give us a call or check us out online.